Hello, everyone. This is another LM 100% tourney race between Splazergames and Kahpt. We got a good one for you today. Splazergames has a PB of 113.29. Kahpt with a PB of on speedrun.com of 120.41. Kahpt definitely the underdog here, but you know, anything could happen. It's Luigi's mansion after all.
And of course, joined once again by your main host, Joven, and your co-host, me, Flair.
Of course.
Definitely looking forward to this match today. This is going to be a really interesting one. Definitely a bigger discrepancy here when it comes to the PBs, but of course, as Joven stated, 100%, lots of things can happen. Lots of things can go wrong. We've already seen that happen with... Really, we already saw that happen with the match between Boohead and Bobby in the first round of winners, and then as well as the Zircon Flauk match, the infamous Flauk curse, cursing the entire leaderboard and everyone's predictions on challenge once again. So, of course, anything is absolutely possible. The underdog should not be underestimated in this tournament. None of them should be. Should be getting started here pretty soon. Apologies for the late start. Had some technical difficulties before we were able to start this, but things are looking good now, and we should be able to get this match started in about a minute here or so. Just waiting for our runners to start everything up on a race time, and then we can get the ball rolling. Of course, I'd like to...
So we're just waiting for the stream to catch up.
No, it looks like these runners are off, starting everything here. We'll have to do a little bit of syncing here in a moment, unless that's going to be done automatically. Not too sure, but of course, this is Luigi's Mansion. 100%. The point of this category is to collect all portrait ghosts, collect all 50 boos in the game, and complete your file with 100 million for the A rank mansion. Nothing too much here to talk about in Area 1. We're just going to go over a little bit of the RNG money. We'll be seeing how that plays out for our runners early on, and then, you know, things will be looking pretty similar from Area 1 through Area 2. Maybe a little bit shift in the lead in Area 2, and then Area 3 and 4 is where things are going to start getting really spicy, because that's where the runs really start to pick up. Also touch a little bit on duping later. If you watched the match earlier between Jared and Mac, you kind of already have an idea of what we're going to be talking about regarding dupes. If not, we'll have Joven explain them once we get to Neville dupe and all that stuff. I don't think either of these runners are going to be going for that. I know Splazer knows how to dupe. I know he's duped before. I'm not sure if he's going to stick to duping or if he's just going to get it for the sake of getting it. I know that he's going to be extra careful with his money on this run because again, that discrepancy between the two PBs is enough for Splazer to be a little more timely with his money. His last match against, I believe it was, let me double check who that first match was against. His first match was up against Glitch PhD. He got a 113 there. He had the money. So I think he'll be more than okay in terms of how he paces his money out. But, of course, the RNG money is more than evil in this game. So we'll see how that plays out. So far, so good here for Splazer. Getting through those first couple rooms without issue. Kahpt just a little bit further behind.
All right, we got it synced.
Sweet. Splazer grabbing this speedy early on. Lots of great money there. Some runners opt to not get it, but they'll replace that with other money later on. For example, in that last match against Jared and Mac, we did see Mac skip the wardrobe speedy and instead actually grabbed the mouse up in Safari Room later in Area 3 before fighting blue losses. So there is different ways you can kind of interpret how you do your money pace. It's kind of all personal preference when you're not fighting for a really strong time like a 108. For the most part here, Splazer's got quite a decent lead. Definitely like 10 seconds here already. So that's pretty big lead here through Area 1.
So there's a dupe here you can do with Neville. If you get this large pearl in the air, You can actually do a well-timed arm put, and it touches Luigi and his vacuum hitboxes at the same time. And you can get an extra million out of it at least, but Splazer did not go for it there. Most runners do not go for it.
It's a relatively new strat, so it's not something most runners are going to be going for quite yet, but it is something that will eventually become a norm as we enter the new legacy of duping. Recently, one of the runners of the community, Saria, did a 19 dupe run where he duped every large pearl in the game using using a newer setup to do dupes where you can kind of do them in the air if you time your R pump correctly. So that is something that will kind of change the fate of this category moving forward. Definitely needs a little bit more time before we see something come to fruition in that, but it is definitely will come about more as we head into the future of Luigi's Mansion 1 speedrunning. Blazer heading his way into Chauncey, everyone's favorite beginning boss. The best way to kill your run early on and just give up. Definitely this right here. This ball catch is infamous for some runners just missing it and absolutely losing their minds. Switch is able to catch that no problem, so we're not going to be seeing that. It spawns a poison mushroom, but I don't think he's going to get hit by that at all. In terms of his RNG money out of Aerial 1, it's not too shabby. Got a few more hearts than I think he would have desired to get, as Kahpt has a little bit more money than he does from the coin perspective. I think their bills are just about the same, so they're going to walk around. They're going to walk out with roughly 4 million. Usually you do. And if not, you end up with like high 3 million. So it's not that big a deal going into Area 2 at all. We'll see the money get a little more challenging once we get out of Area 3. And of course, after we're done with this, we'll see kind of how much of a lead Splazzer has against Kahpt. We will definitely hope to see that the race gets a little bit closer, but I think the discrepancy just could be a lot bigger throughout the rest of the run. So that can happen. But of course, there are time losses in Area 2 that could bring the match a little bit closer. That could just be out of Splazer's control. So we'll see how that plays out once we enter Area 2 and get through things like early release and things of that nature, and the RNG out of the first 5 rooms you do booze in. Pretty standard Chauncey gameplay. Not too much to talk about at this point, honestly.
Yeah,
It's
no.
just like just trying to figure a bunch of stuff out, trying to bring up some other points, because honestly, Area 1 is always the same. You never really do Area 1 any differently, ever. It's a very straightforward area. That's why it's 6 minutes long.
Exactly. Splazer getting a
Suppose you're gonna be
608
getting a
Chauncey key.
pretty decent Chauncey key there. Nothing too shabby. I think Cav's going to come out here with like a 623 Chauncey key. Maybe a little bit lower than that. No, I think 623 Chauncey key is about right.
Yeah, this should be 623.
Nailed that one right in the head without trying. I'm not an LM1 runner, so I just kind of have to look at this from the perspective of high-level runners like Jove and Jared HD, Glitch PhD, Pablo, people like that. I just look at it through the eyes of them and then figure it out from there. I think I'm going to take this time real quick to say that this tournament is brought to you by all of us here in the LM1 speedrunning community, organized by HD, Lax, and Jared Giants. Appreciate them for coming up with this great idea for a tournament after we finish our last No Out of Bounds tournament. And of course, hosted by the wonderful folks here at SpeedGaming. We appreciate all that they do for us and allowing us to host our tournaments here and do everything. So it's really, really appreciative of that. Moving to Area 2, Splazer's going to be hopefully looking to maybe clutch a dupe or two. Would be really nice, but I think he's going to be focusing more on just trying to get RNG money and maybe going for a couple of gems. We'll be seeing how that looks. Kahpt probably looking for the exact same thing. Maybe not so much more focused on the dupes. Having a PB 120, I don't expect the duping, but I don't see why you wouldn't try for it if you know how to do it. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, going for dupes really doesn't lose much time if you are quick about it.
Plus, it's a free 1 million extra G to your needs for 100 million. So, of course, that is a big deal when it comes to obviously 100%ing this category. Heading down in the ballroom, we're seeing if both our runners get early release. In our last match, we actually did see that Jared, in typical Jared fashion, did not get his early release. The game did not reward him in that fashion whatsoever. So there
Yeah.
was an instant time, 10-second time loss there for Jared compared to Mac, but Jared was still able to pull through out of that match. We'll be seeing how that goes. We'll see if Splazer gets it. If Splazer gets it, that's going to be 10 seconds of time save there. If it doesn't, Kahpt has the opportunity to maybe pick that up from the game, because the game will just randomly give that to you. It is an RNG dependent little time save. And
See
the
if Splazer gets it.
killer of many runs. Ooh, and Splazer's not going to pick up on that early release. You can only hope that both runners get the same treatment of no early release. But Kahpt missing that last double there on the Shy Guy, so that is a little bit more time loss.
Kahpt might need it to stay even with Splazer here, or
I
close
think
to it.
so. Ooh,
Spawns a
spawns a
poison
poison
mushroom.
mushroom. Looking for that gold bar. We'll see if the early release comes in. It's going to be able to pull off the early release. That's going to be a little bit of time save there to try and even things out, but still a little bit behind, obviously, from an instant time loss there coming into area 2 just from how area 1 went, and as well as missing that last Shy Guy double. Is this looking like a 10-minute flat boo release here? Is this looking like a 9:59? No,
Looking like
this is
about a
maybe
10:07.
10:04.
I think it's a 10:07, 10:06 maybe.
Hmm.
I think it's a 10:07.
Yeah, 10:07 on the dot.
Kaht's
I always
getting.
underestimate how long that little thing is, how that cutscene is before you head to the button.
Yeah. Kaht's getting about a 10:28, so about 22-second difference between the runners here. 21-second maybe.
Could have been a lot worse if Kahpt did not get that early release there. So, game did reward him for that.
Definitely.
We'll see how Splazer's first fight boo RNG looks. Maybe he'll get the tech skip. We'll see. I know that tech skip at this point is honestly kind of wishful thinking. Just doesn't happen for most runners. I haven't seen it happen too much in the tournament yet.
Until
So,
today.
until today. Today will be the day that we will see both runners get tech skip.
Oh, that would be great. Splazer's got the RNG for it.
Splazer's got the RNG for it. It's not going to be in there. Splazer's trying to get the setup. Has the setup. Looking in the painting. It's in the painting.
Yep. And he's gonna get this tech skip.
He's going to be able to get that tech skip. No problems there. Wonderful, wonderful setup there.
See if
A little
Kahpt
bit of
also gets
a
it.
tricky read there. Ooh, Splazer getting boned on that Boo RNG. I think this one's in the table. Yeah, this
Kahpt
one's
did
in the
not get
table
the
for
RNG.
Kahpt. Really unfortunate. So he's not going to be able to get the tech skip there at all. But he might get a little bit of better RNG here in Anteroom. Splazer did have to go to the leftmost table there. Oof. Really rough RNG here for Splazer. Decoys in 2 rooms. Not fun. Not fun at all. Has to be able to get the first read there, so it is a little bit of time saved compared to Splazer out of that room. We'll see if he gets the first boo read out of wardrobe room. Let's see. Checks the middle wardrobe, and it's the decoy. But still, pretty decent RNG for the most part. Probably was a little shaky, but that room is just not very forgiving. Of course, heading into ballroom, we all know at this point, as a runner, you never get the boo out of the first read. Never do.
I think he's in that
Always
right
likes to be
side
in the
chair.
chair. And he switched back to the right side chair. That is terrible. Just simply terrible. Ooh, got bonked. He's still going to be able to pick that one up, though, without the boo leaving. That would have been Very, very tragic for Splazer if that boo had left up into storage room.
Kahpt also getting second try on that ballroom boo. I mean, not the greatest boo luck from either runner here.
I mean, would you say that that's one of the few boos you never get first try?
Yeah, probably that
Because
boo.
I always find that it is one of those boos that you never get first try. Every runner just somehow like first chair they look for. It's always the bomb. Always the bomb. It's wild. I did not tell. I could not. I did not see if Splazer went for the suck on the toilet or the hump on the toilet. Do you know which one he did?
I didn't see. Knowing Splazer, I would guess he went for the vacuum, but, you know, maybe he disappointed me.
I don't think he disappointed you. I think Splazer goes for the vacuum suck on the toilet. I know that Gav just went for the hump on the toilet, so
Oh, dang. Well,
seeing a mixture of those today.
and now you get to see different strats from different runners.
And the minimal time save that one can have over the other.
There's a good boo right there.
Splazer getting great boo luck there. Oh my lord. What amazing boo luck out of that.
Right.
He's going to be able to get this fire warp, save warp, no problem. He had an issue with that. Towards the end of his run in the no out of bounds tournament, he actually lost that boo. So great to see that he was able to pull that one out again. It's his second time in the tournament he's able to do that. So good to see. Good to see. Love to see it.
Kaht's having some trouble searching for this boo. I think he switched back into that object.
Super rough.
Kaht's trying to take it safe and not. Okay, he's got it.
He's got it. The boo was just being a little stubborn there, trying to just get out, and it was just kind of staying in its own little space there. He's gonna get the save warp as well. Splazer on a decent butler cycle is able to still clutch out that, just barely turning that corner there. Kahpt should have about the same butler cycle as well. When you save warp, you're pretty much guaranteed to get similar butler cycles. Sometimes if you're a little too slow, you're going to get something much worse, but you won't have to pray for something that decent.
Splazer here setting for the chess cutscene skip using Mario's hat here. Hopefully he can get it.
I was for some reason I thought that hat was just not. For some reason I didn't think he had searched the the washing machine yet, because I did not see how far off screen that hat was. So Splazer opting to not get Butler Room Sapphire here. So
Yeah,
we'll see where he replaces that Sapphire. He might just go for Alter Money later on in the run. That's where we'll see something like that. Tried to go for the dupe there, wasn't able to pick that one up. And obviously that's not the right boo. Never is as well. That's another one of those difficult boos. Usually if you do that room too slow, the boo's going to switch out of the spot. So you're just going to have to pray that you get the right read.
Splazer actually hitting the middle of the mouse hole there, which, funnily enough, doesn't have a hitbox.
I mean, I feel like it's this little rectangle that sits just barely at the top of that mouse hole. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, it's basically anywhere except where you'd think it'd be.
But on the other side, in Butler's room, it's like large as a skyscraper.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of the hitbox of this game very inconsistent, especially with mirrors. There's like dead spots on mirrors as well, where you just can't warp there for some reason, even though you're clearly pointing at the mirror.
And then in mirror room, it's a giant mirror, but you can't use it.
Yeah, I really wondered why they did that.
Just makes no sense. A lot of inconsistencies with the coding of this game. Looks like Kahpt was trying to figure out a tech setup there.
No, I think he was just trying to catch the boo, and he was having some trouble. See if Splazer.
He's definitely not having the best luck trying to find situations where he can get the boo to go where he wants. The boo's usually being pretty stubborn thus far. great board piece there, though. Really solid. We'll see if he gets a decent boo read. Looking at Splazer's coin count. His coin count's a little low right now, so
Yeah, his coin and bill count are
he's
both
getting...
a little low, and he did skip on that Boulder Sapphire.
So far, Splazer kind of needs a dupe. I know he's still
I
trying for them,
mean, I don't know
but
if he needs a dupe. He might just opt for extra money. Maybe he'll get Courtyard Gem. But his money is looking a bit low. Cap's money also looking a little low, but I think Cap has more money than Splazer at this point because he did get the Butler Sapphire.
yeah, there's definitely more money in his pocket than there is for Splazer. I think Splazer's also down a gold bar as well, so... Oh, no, they have the same gold bars, but focusing on the matter more, there is definitely less coins than desired for Splazer, so we'll see if he can get decent money
Yeah.
elsewhere.
Like I did hear Splazer say, he did say he was taking a safe money route, but so far it's a little sketch. Little sketch, although maybe he has a plan.
He probably has a plan. He got great Boo RNG out of Melody, so there is more time save there as well. Getting that first read is really great because you can have situations where that Boo's just going to end up on the other side of the room, and that's going to lose you a lot of time, especially if the Boo just like switches on you. That can and will happen. I think I've yet to see a runner get the water element, get the Boo, and then still catch a lug cycle. I feel like I've yet to see that in this tournament. Splazer getting the cold RNG mouse in this room. Not something you see too often.
Yeah, it doesn't opt to get it.
We actually did see last week in the match against Jared and Hopeless that Hopeless actually went into sealed room and was able to spawn the RNG mouse and win for that instantly. Actually, no, I think that was Red against Vart. I think Red got the RNG mouse in sealed room, picked that one up without knowing what his money pace was, and he was like 4 million overkill. It was crazy.
Yeah, that sounds right. Blizzard not opting to search that dishwasher. Instead, he's just go right for lugs.
I think that's the fair way to go.
He might have thought that was the decoy in the dishwasher.
Missing the lug cycle is trying to get the Boo and catching the lug cycle is a bit of a gamble.
Yeah.
Still no dupes yet for Splazer, but we'll see if he gets the spooky dupe.
It is the spookiest dupe of all. And the Boo actually was in the dishwasher.
Sure
so.
is. Did he set a tech setup for the tech skip for this? No, he did not.
No.
Easier to do no out of bounds than it is in this category, that's for sure.
Yeah, it might not even pay off in this category, honestly, when you're worrying about lugs. Setting up a tech skip on the very left side of the room doesn't really work out, really.
If you try setting up for it and then go to lugs and then enter back in the room, does that cloth reset?
Yeah.
Okay. That makes way more sense.
See if he can dupe Spooky here. Does he
He's
not
gonna
get
be
the
able to pull
dupe?
off that dupe. Oh wow. We'll see if he gets the ruby here. He's gonna go for the ruby here.
I would be very concerned if he didn't go for that ruby.
I would also be very concerned. That'd be super low money out of area 2. Like, just like really low money.
He takes that skeleton nibble a bit too fast.
He was not able to pick up that skeleton nibble at all, so he's gonna have to opt to get them all as singles. But he's still gonna be able to pick them up without having any of them despawn, so okay. Kahpt picking up on lugs now as well. Picked up the large bar railway, so no dupe attempt there.
I don't think Cap's going for dupes at all.
No, I don't think so either. Like I said at the beginning of the run, I think where Kahp's skill level is, I don't expect duping. But if they know it, then you go for it. You know, you just try for it. No harm in trying for it. Barely loses you any time at all.
If Splazer can one cycle Bogmire here.
We'll see how he controls Bogmire. Bogmire is to control.
Dragging
Tough
him
to get for a
around
while.
any
Like
2
that.
cycles. Yeah.
Dragging him.
Yeah, Bogmire sometimes can be very mean and drag you around the arena. Can be very hard to gain back control sometimes. But he finishes up area 2 with a 23-31 key grab right there.
Kahpt being able to pick up on that skeleton double there in graveyard, so not too shabby there at all. Just a little bit of time save, but at this point, I think the runners are just about a minute apart.
Yeah, I think that's safe to say. Probably a little, maybe a little over a minute.
Three. Splazer's main goal right now is going to be trying to get a little bit more money, because his money is pretty low, and I definitely expect a graveyard, or I'm sorry, not a graveyard, a court.
Yeah, Courtyard Emeralds. I think that would benefit him right now. Unless you
Speedy,
want to...
we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe the Biff Speedy play. I can imagine that might be a
Oh
part of
yeah,
that.
Biff
We'll
Speedy,
see
definitely.
what
I
he
mean,
chooses.
if he's not doing a dupe rack, then he has to get Biff Speedy.
Kahpt was barely able to pull off that
Yeah, it looks like
Bogmire
he
one cycle there.
was...
That Bogmire was looking very sketch, was pulling around quite a bit. I could not read Splazer's money there, so I can't tell what his pace is right now.
I
He was
think it
mashing
was
very
all
fast.
yeah, it
It
was
was
all
mashing too
zeros.
fast, so it just read all zeros.
Yeah. I think
That's a
Kahpt
thing
opted
that can't
for...
happen. If you mash too fast through your results screen, then the money will display itself as all zeros. If you do it just slow enough, but it's still pretty fast, you're able to read, kind of get a quick read of what your money is.
Yeah.
But I probably imagine it's just maybe at like 20.
Yeah, it might be a 20, might be a 19. Is he
Anyway,
gonna go
still
for this?
pretty
Okay, he is
low.
going for it. That is a good call on Splazer's part.
Really, really solid call. It's just the safest way to go.
Yep.
He might even go for tea room gems. I have no idea. He might just grab one of them if he needs to.
Yeah.
Again, that coin count's looking scarcely low. Nice number, but scarcely low.
Yeah. Really nice number.
Love that number.
Why do we love that number?
You know, I'm not sure why. It's just kind of a socially acceptable number.
Yeah, very visually appealing number for sure.
That's for sure. Fortunately, that bill count's not high enough to be the other really visually appealing number, but we'll see if either of the runners get to that number later on.
Yeah, maybe we might see that.
Might see that maybe Splazer gets it. Anyways, moving into Biff, we'll see if Splazer goes for Biff Speedy. He's gonna go for the Biff Speedy. Another solid call, grabbing another ruby right there. That's his fourth one. I imagine maybe he'll go and pick up the one in Tea Room as well. Because again, low on that coin count, a little bit low on that bill count. So the money is not looking too great for Splazer at all. Lots of things he'll need to try and get instead to make up for that. Maybe a dupe will be nice here, but Splazer is on 0 dupes thus far. Still no dupe. He's going for it though. Know that much.
Hey, he's put in the effort. It's just can't quite get
Able
that
to
timing
just...
down.
Nope.
Who switched on him? I believe it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a little. That's gonna be a lot of time loss. Definitely wise to end up grabbing the chest there instead. I don't think he was gonna grab that chest if the boo was in that first spot.
After also opting for the Biff Speedy.
There's a lot of coins in there, and obviously that ruby's gonna do nice work for you as well. It's a nice little 500,000 there, if I remember correctly, that you could just get right there for
Yeah.
no problems.
So Splazer actually opting to skip the tea room ruby. There's a ruby on that right side cabinet that he just skipped. I don't know if he's gonna come
There's also
back
one on the
for
left
it.
side, so we'll see if he maybe goes to the left side one.
Wait,
I
there's
don't
one on
think
the.
he's gonna go for either of them.
Is there one on the left side?
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure there's one on both sides. Doing max percent, honestly, there's just so many gems you have to be very mindful of. Especially in this room. This room just has this. I know this room has 2 rubies. I know that.
Well, there's a gold mouse that spawns that has a ruby.
Oh, there's that. That's probably what it is.
Yeah,
Pretty sure that's what it is. I'd have to double check. I haven't done that in forever. Probably gonna try and do that again at some point. It wasn't terrible, but I felt cheated after not getting
okay, it does get
those
it.
last 10 bills. That
I was
was terrible. Okay, he is gonna opt for that one. Which again I think is just a decent play.
absolutely.
Do we see the swag shots? I don't think we do.
No.
No. I don't expect that. Super risky.
Very risky, especially if you don't set it up. It's basically a YOLO move.
But hey, the swag is cool. That sprite is
Yeah.
a little scuffed. Still no dupe. Maybe a decent boot read.
Little scuffed.
Ooh.
Actually, was not worth it checking left side on the boost. Okay. Well, not a terrible switch,
And I think the
although.
boost switched up there.
Yeah, but it switched from the bottom right cabinet to top right. Wasn't a big deal.
Pretty decent Nanaboo. Not too much hassle out of that boo. Not by a long shot. Heck, a decent read there on the boo and T room. Could be able to pick that one up with no problems. Grab the ice as well on his way out. Oh, I honestly thought that Splazer was just able to get that large pearl up on top and maybe gone for an air dude, but no.
Yeah, no.
Not today. Not today. Again, he's a Nana as well. Again, walks into the definitely no duplicate attempts at all. I won't be expecting that anymore. I should have stopped expecting that a long time ago. Gets a pretty decent boo read. First try doesn't have to skip
Spawns a
his way
poison
around the room, but
mushroom.
spawns a poison mushroom.
I don't
He's
think
gonna
he
have to try and avoid that.
He doesn't know what to do. He's just okay. Took it
A
very
little bit
safe. Just
lost
held
there
the
trying to
ice
get the boo,
out.
but the boo's not gonna walk out. He's not gonna opt to try and pick up the key as well in the midst of EGAD talking, so we'll just see that this way. Clean Astral Hall triple there for Splazer. We'll see how his boo read
Definitely.
looks in here. This room's another really... This one sends you for a doozy.
You can't
Oh
figure
my
out where
god,
the
he's
boo
not able to
is.
find which one is room.
Oh,
And he spawns the decoy. That is terrible.
that's a rough time for Splazer.
That is a very difficult way to go. Not ideal at all. Blazer heading his way into Moonshot. He's probably looking for what, like a 32-30 Moonshot here, maybe a little less than that.
Yeah, this would probably be about a 32-30, maybe a little over that actually. Yeah, maybe 32-32 or so. Moonshot angle can be deceptively difficult, but most runners are pretty used to the angle by now.
Oh, he's gonna miss that first one.
He does miss it.
Ooh, that's super far off the margin.
Yeah, luckily, okay,
Not
he
where
gets
you
it
want
second try
that,
though.
but that second one's gonna hit. So that's gonna be a 32-40 Moonshot for Splazer. Not ideal, but again, he has so much time over Kahpt that he has a lot of room for error. A lot of room for error in the rest of this run.
Oh, for sure. Still a pretty sizable lead over Kahpt.
Kahpt getting a little bit of an easier read in there. Was able to find the boo there. I don't think he found the decoy at all. So
Oh yeah, the
for the
bomb
most
was on
part
the
of
right
Area 3
side.
RNG, Kaht's been having really great Area 3 RNG. Not too shabby. Probably gonna be getting about a 32.56. Sorry, 33.56. I think it's a 32 there. 33.56 moonshot. Actually, maybe a little bit less, but again, we'll see if he gets a first try.
Funny, the Splits are actually opting to do projection room before bank shot. These rooms are really, you do them right after each other, so it doesn't matter too much which you do first. Some people will say bank shots faster, some people say projections faster first. It's really
Pablo
up
is
to
punching
preference.
the air right now with not seeing the projection room save warp
Actually, I think Pablo does
rolling.
bank shot second in this category because you can do a save warp with the gem in the chest with the boo, which I believe he
Does he
does.
really?
I believe he does that. While some runners like me will opt to do a projection save warp after doing bank shot.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The only category where Evil Pablo actually exists.
Evil Pablo.
Oh, it's
You.
Splazer. Oh my.
That's okay.
I
He
was
wasn't
hoping
gonna
he was gonna
save
be able
warp
to pick up
anyway.
that.
Yeah.
I know, but I was hoping he was gonna pick that up at the same time.
Right. Okay. I mean, we might see him save warp with the gem here, because that would be optimal
If
in
he
this
doesn't, he
scenario.
just goes to the mirror warp and goes upstairs.
Yeah. See the one cycle's bank shot here.
First ball down, second one's
Okay.
there. The third one should be pretty close. Grabs the third one's gonna clean up that one cycle. As long as he gets the angle, which he does. Usually want to set up in this top corner. That's kind of the best way to go. Easiest way to handle bank shot. Bank shot's very easy to break when you don't have him up there.
I believe Splicer just duped that large bro.
I think he did just dupe that.
So that puts him in pretty good shape right now.
Yeah, he went for the extra money in this and looking good with that dupe. It's lawn text. That's fun.
Yeah. He's just gonna use Billiard's Mirror Warp. Pablo, look away. My eyes.
Pablo, don't rewatch this match. Don't rewatch
My,
this match.
I'll watch this. Well, if you hear this, you have probably already watched it, so there's no point at this point. But I see Kahpt here. Actually, got to opt for the Speedy Spirit in Bank Shot, which offers a little bit more money than the Ceiling Fan.
Especially picking up that Sapphire, because Sapphires, if I do remember correctly, give you 1,000,000. Is that correct?
No, Rubies give you 1,000,000. Sapphires give you, I believe it's
500.
500k. Yeah, I believe Sapphires are 500k. Emeralds are 800k. Kahpt actually not gonna be able to one cycle Bank Shot. One of the balls did actually hit him, so he's gonna have to wait for Bank Shot to walk around to his pool table and shoot again.
Guess
Although,
it's the best opportunity though to pick up that extra
yeah,
money as well.
does that true? Something good did come out of it. He's still okay. He finally hits Bank Shot. All right,
It's gonna choose to do this in the opposite corner instead, but
that
still
is.
similar setup. We'll see if this doesn't break.
I don't think it'll break. Yeah,
No, he's good. Another speedy here as well. This one's really good just for picking up a bunch of coins and a little bit of bills as well. This is another really, that's actually one of the more trickier speedies to catch as a casual up in the crib. I say that and it's probably definitely not crib, but get the idea.
yeah, it's like a
It's a
bunk
bed.
bed. A bunk bed, yeah.
Bunk bed. It's a very tiny bunk bed. You know, I'm
True.
curious how the one twin just kind of gets through with that big ladder in the way.
Yeah, it's
I
like
think it looks like it's bolted on there.
yeah, it looks like maybe it's like a cage.
Difficult life. That one's the one who gets punished.
True. Sad to be Henry. Bet Henry sleeps on the bottom.
I bet you he does. Who knows? They probably do end up sleeping in the boxes anyways. Probably more comfortable.
You think sleeping in a
You have
box is comfortable?
well, listen, you have a cage on the bottom, which is just claustrophobic and just like super traumatizing.
I mean,
And the top one is already occupied with Speedy Spirit.
I guess they are ghosts. They can like go through walls. Well, can they go through
Like
walls
behind an
actually?
object.
No, the boos can go through walls. I don't know if these guys can
The
go through
boos
walls.
can go through walls. Technically, they could go through walls. They just don't. They're not meant to.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, they don't really have anywhere to go. Actually, wait, no, Shivers does. Shivers the butler. He can go through.
Oh yeah, Shivers the Butler goes through walls. Doesn't open doors. He just walks through. Just floats through,
Yeah,
rather.
maybe. I guess they can all go through walls, but they decide not to.
So he's gonna grab the gold mouse in here.
And he's gonna get the Sapphire here, opting for. I mean, he's gotten a lot of money in Area 3. I think his
He's
money
gotten
is
a lot of
pretty.
money in Area 3. I think going in Area 4, he's looking pretty okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously, he's not gonna be picking up any of those coins, but the main focus there was grabbing the sapphire. That is the main focus. Mashing central right there for Splazer. Lots and lots of mashing. Shoe grab coming in for Kahpt. That Boo is looking very, very agile. Wants to leave this room as soon as possible. Kaht's gonna say nope and is gonna grab that Boo and head his way into nursery.
He gets hit with long text. Shame.
For shame, you god. Just give us your short text every time. Be great. That's got a lot of money coming out of here. And that's like a 50 coin lead against Splazer, but Splazer and Kahpt have basically the exact same bills. Splazer also has that extra dupe, but Kahpt also has a few more gems. So honestly, I think their money pace is looking at just about the same.
I think their money paces are both fine right now. Boys are having some trouble with this Boo.
Is a boo in the second fine? I don't think the boo switched there.
I don't know.
I don't think it did. I think that boo is in the same spot as it was.
See if Capped also goes for the gold mouse here. Actually, not gonna go for it.
No,
Oh no,
I
he
didn't.
is.
Oh no, he is gonna go for it. Misses the first read. Gets the second read. He's gonna chase it around to the other side of the room. Pick that one up. Probably grab all the coins as well while he's at it. And then talk to Clairvoyant and do his mashing. But he's gonna head over after this boo and catch, or not catch, is gonna water the plant the second time. Second or third time that you do in this run. You water that plant out there 3 times during the run because when you respawn at different points in the run, the plant will have grown in 3 different stages, and when you water it the last time, when we come back here at the beginning of Area 4, it will reward us with a 20 million G gold diamond that we are looking for. That's gonna make our money run a lot easier. You don't want to go for a plantless run. That's gonna end up having you do about an hour and a half, hour 40 run. You saw Hope was do that last week with the out of bounds
Yeah, you
stuff.
gotta
So
get a lot of extra
definitely,
money.
definitely proof that it's very, very difficult to make up 20 million elsewhere. So it is very vital that you grab that gem. I wonder how Snap would approach doing plantless. I don't think he'd ever do it, but I'm curious how he would approach that.
I think he has theorized it before with just getting an insane amount of dupes. Not really doing a different route, but just getting an insane amount of dupes.
Like I brought up earlier at the beginning of the run, Sawyer recently did a run that was doing 19 dupes using a method where you dupe midair, or like
Yeah.
use like you kind of raise the large pearls in the air and then you dupe from there using a well-timed R pump. And he barely got the money there. Of course, he actually went plantless on that, so he was about I think 1,200,000 on that run. Maybe just actually I think he got
Absolutely.
100.3. So it is possible if you dupe every pearl in the game in an efficient manner, you could go plantless.
You could,
It's
although
just a
it's
little bit riskier.
very
Although it is
impractical
a
to try
very,
and
very
dupe
risky.
every pearl and without going back to previous saves, of course. It'd be very difficult. I would say
Splazer
nearly
switching
impossible.
here to the sidestep. Preemptively switching the sidestep here for blackout at the start of area 4. The time discrepancy is so much larger here now as well.
Yeah,
Kahpt is
you can
probably
really tell.
about 2 minutes behind now.
Um, yeah, probably somewhere around there.
We're going to see how Splazer handles this Boolossus. We saw in our match earlier between Jared and Mac that Mac got a really great double ice shot and got all the boos in that. So that was really, really solid. Jared had a little bit of a rough ice shot, but was still able to clean that one up. So both runners had really solid Boolossus fights there with pretty clean one for the most part. Nothing that was too crazy slow. Also see how the ice RNG is here. We'll see if this is in a good spot for Splazer. That's looking in a great spot for Splazer. Look at that. Wonderful spot for Splazer. He's trying to find it though. Finally gets it. He's gonna start for the setup here.
All right, he's got a little
You should just
bit.
say yes, you did.
I think his angle might be a little off here. I don't know how good this ice. Oh
Oh
no!
my,
Don't listen
he
to me.
had
That was a great
13,
eye shot.
a
Gets 13 with the eye
14
shot.
boo eye shot.
Oh,
That
but
was
this last
13,
boo.
grabs the extra one. The last
Oh
one's
no!
on that. Oh
All
no,
right,
Splazer. All right, he's
Those-
able to just freeze that one. He's gonna pick that up.
at least did
Oh
one
my.
cycle. He had a great eye shot, and
I'm
then that last boo gave him trouble.
last was a little bit stubborn. Was flying around and then went into that very what's the word I'm thinking of there? Very aggressive state. Desperation. He's in a very he's in his desperation state.
Yeah, once you're down to the
Where
last
that
5
boo
boos
will
in Bulassis, they sort of shift their AI and they become very aggressive, and you have to sort of bait out a charge from them to actually get them to hit your ice.
neither of these runners went for the neither of them went for the gold mouse there, but I don't think there was a reason to
Yeah,
because they got so much extra money. I think Splazer is going to come out here with probably like 42, 43.
yeah, most runners usually don't opt for that Safari mouse. I think it's sort of just a desperation move if you're like super low on money.
Or you opt for that and in turn of other money. We've seen that
Possibly.
where some runners will choose to get that instead of doing, say, a specific speedy or something just based on their playstyle
Right.
and what they think might be faster. Cat also coming out of here into the sidestep now, preemptively having that ready for blackout when we start area 4. We'll see if Splazer matches too fast. We see
I
Splazer matches too fast, so we
no,
don't know what his money is.
his money it actually showed 43.4, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so
So
pretty,
pretty
really, really,
good.
really solid money. Really solid money.
It is solid money.
I think Cap's gonna have probably around the same, if not a little bit more. Definitely a much higher bill count and a couple more gems than Splazer has. Splazer's only on 1 dupe. That is something to keep in mind as we head throughout the rest of this. Splazer trying to get the water on that plant. It's just not accepting it. Finally does. He's gonna pick up that 20 million G gold diamond. The one of 2 that they pick up in this run. The other one will get from finishing the last boo of the 50. Usually in Vangor, we have seen a situation where a runner would have had to get it in basement, but that was not seen through to the end. This calf gets a
I think I'll
nice
get this
12
one
boo ice
cycle.
shot.
Oh,
He's gonna pick up that.
oh, oh,
Oh,
we actually
there
had
were
3
3
boos
boos off
left.
screen. So it was a
10 boo ice shot plus the second one from the little ice swivel. Got 2 more. And then the last 3 were just kind of on their own, so a little difficult there. But looks like he's gonna be able to bait out those 3 charges, no problem. Really, really decent handling from the boos. The boos were a little more cooperative there than I think they were with Splazer, but still really unlucky 2-cycle there. Nothing too slow, but not ideal.
Laser
And a black.
coming up on
I think,
blackout.
yeah, coming into blackout now. We're gonna be seeing how Grimly treats these runners. The last 2 runners of our previous match had
Pretty great
pretty
Grimleys,
decent.
honestly. I think both
Yeah,
are
those were
a
like,
second.
yeah, I think Max was just a little bit slower than Jared's, but they were literally just a second. They watched in that room, set up in the spot, and Grimly went and showed his heart. Look at the paces though. Looks about it looks like the Kahpt's about like 3 minutes behind Splazer, so there's quite a lot of time lost now between the 2 runners. So Splazer has a lot of room to make up for things if things go drastically wrong in Area 4, which it can. This is really where the run starts. There's a lot of things that can change given how your boo RNG looks, because attic boos can be really terrible if they just choose to leave and go to the wrong spot, or basement boos can be really bad. Breaker boo 1 cycle could not work out. You could not get breaker boo back on the room when you finish cellar, or things can just go wrong. There is a lot of time saved there. Plus Grimly.
Couldn't even tell how much money Capped had because I think his stream sort of
Oh,
lagged. Blazer getting a
I
not
could.
so great Grimly.
It's a very, very rough Grimly. That Grimly was like 10 seconds long,
Yeah.
almost
Not,
about 10 seconds. So very difficult. Not something you like to see.
oh, Capped went to water the plant but forgot to get water in the sink, so he has to go back for water. Poor
Oh
Capped.
no.
Actually, he could have got it
Oh,
outside. I don't think he realized that. He could have got it from the
the corner there.
corner there, yeah.
It's usually a little detail most runners don't really remember, because that's part of the casual aspect of it. And when you play and when you run the game for so long, you forget every like a casual aspect of the game. So little
Yeah.
things like that you'll forget. With the 50-57 breaker switch there. He's gonna get the
With
boo in that barrel. I don't think he's gonna be able to get the
yeah,
charge.
he accidentally uh activated, I think. He's gonna go for drag strat.
He's moving pretty fast, so
And he's getting
I don't
some decent
know.
drags in. I don't know if he'll get this though.
But he's gonna get it.
Oh, he
Oh my
left at
god, on
0.
0 health. That
Oh
is
no.
terrible. That is so bad. Did he even double cackle
No,
there
he didn't. I think
during that drag?
if he had just a little bit better
Oh,
drags, he would have had it.
yeah. That is so unlucky. This is really a situation where you want to pray that that boo goes back inside a breaker room, so you don't have to worry about dealing with that thing inside of pipe room later in the run. Of course, it's not that big a deal because it is at 0 health, but it is such a big, big thing to just have that boo leave at 0 health. Feels like your efforts went in vain in a way. So really unfortunate. I think that boo just switched, but we'll see if it goes back into breaker.
It's not in breaker
No
room.
breaker switch. Oh, terrible.
You
Today
hate to
is
see
not
it.
the day that either of the runners, that none of, today is just not the day that any of the runners of the 2 matches that we have will be able to any form of save warping coming back down. Just not happening. As if it would anyways though, because you usually just need to do mirror warp out of sealed room when you go back downstairs. Still really unfortunate. But nonetheless, Splazzer has that boo at 0 health. No big deal there. That boo will be easy to find and capture. We'll see if he also gets decent pipe room boo luck as well. That setup is pretty consistent, but sometimes that boo is just not very, very cooperative.
See Caps Grimly right here. And he gets Instagram.
Instagram. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Nice free 10 seconds of time save on that
10 seconds of
3-minute
time save on
gap
on
between.
Splazer.
Yeah, that 3-minute time gap.
I see a
Here's
skeleton
your
double
Splazer.
here. Hopefully.
Yeah, I was just about to say. We'll see if he goes for that.
Should get this. Okay. Well,
Oh, he missed it.
yeah, he was a bit late on
And
the
Top
stun.
Skeleton just, yeah, a little bit late on the sun. That Top Skeleton was just too far off to be able to pull that one off. See if he also goes for the toy soldier double.
A bit risky in 100% because you don't want to drop that large pearl, but it's still a fast strat. So Kahpt doing breaker boo. Yeah, he's not gonna go for the one cycle. I don't blame him.
Oh, Splazer is going for the toy soldier double. Let's see how this goes. So far, so good.
It's going pretty well. Yeah, he got the large pearl. Yeah.
He should have that, no problem.
Nice,
And he was
got
able to
it.
get the one with the pearls. Yeah, really awesome. Really clean playing there from Splazer. No dupe, but that's still fine. His money is just okay. Kahpt getting the seller speedy as well. Just keeping up on that gold pace as well. When you don't go for dupes, you opt for more speedies and more gold spots like that. Things that are also a little more stable. You don't want to rely too much on your energy spots because those won't really help you in the long run. Things like speedy spirits and getting extra gems, those are what's going to matter when you don't go for dupes. Like a 55-13 roof key here. 55,
Like 55-14.
yeah, 55-14 roof key there for Splazer. Pretty decent. It's definitely not playing on PB pace, but it's still a pretty decent run for Splazer. Not too shabby whatsoever. We'll be seeing how this boo looks as well. This is another boo that's infamous for loving to never be on the one side that it is. I think that boo's gonna end up switching. Yep, that boo just switched the other side.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
No, actually, it wasn't a good spot for him.
Actually in a good spot, but still, Splazer was hoping that it was gonna be on that on that right side. Checked every object, and that boo just wasn't there.
Oh, and that boo's gonna go left into the hallway. Yeah. So he wanted that boo to go to telephone room, but he's gonna have to catch him later, and he's gonna rehide in either Jarvis or
Or go
Clockwork
back
Room.
into Clockwork.
Yeah.
He would prefer that it goes into Clockwork, but we'll see. If Splazer goes for the 3-piece here, I don't know if he's gonna go for a 4-piece. Can't imagine.
He's
he
opting
will.
for the triple. Yeah.
I think. Yeah. Also gonna grab a couple of the chest money as well. That's also pretty static money, so that's not something that is very RNG dependent. Gets the burn, sets up for the triples, able to pull off the triple. Nicely done. Nicely done there from Splazer.
Well, Cap's actually getting the skeleton double in telephone room. Job, Capt.
Pretty good there for him. Splazer also got the charge of that boo.
You should have this one
Also
cycle.
very nice.
He's got it.
That's free. That's free in this category. I feel like I still have yet to
Really?
see a runner
Yeah,
really have that go awry. Gap's having a bit of a tough pull there on that first toy soldier. Second one looks a little bit cleaner than the last. And that third one should be just fine. Yeah, that third one is just fine. You'll be able to pick that one up. Pick those gems up. I was gonna look for the boo now.
Yeah, he's actually looking
He's gonna
for.
find the boo.
He might be doing the strat where you, if you do get HP off this boo and then go up to rooftop and come back down, there's a chance the boo reappears in Clockwork. And I think he's
And
gonna.
it goes down into telephone, so there's a decent chance he'll go back up. If not, it just rehides in telephone, and you can catch it there as well.
No, I think it might be only the case if it goes into a hallway, because I think that boo's just gonna hide in telephone now, if I'm not mistaken. Over on Splazer's side. Gonna do Jarvis boo here. Yeah, I was right that that boo's just gonna hide in telephone room. I think he wanted that boo to go in the hallway, but it didn't work out for him.
Which is honestly fine.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Jarvis is gonna leave there at 76 HP. Not too bad. As long
Oh,
as
he's
this
going
boot
all the way
doesn't
around.
travel back
Okay.
up.
Interesting strat there. Actually froze the boo and then walked around to catch him. Did not want him going back into Ceramic Studio.
Yeah, it looks a little bit safer there, but of course, gets Vanguard. That was Lontex there, not Vanguard. Still, gets Lontex. Gonna be making his way to do
Yeah,
the telephone boo.
Splazer and Kahpt actually got to high five there as they were entering and exiting telephone room.
Pretty sick stuff. You don't see that too often.
Having a rough search for telephone boo. Had to walk all the way right side only to find out he switched to the left side.
Super rough. We're hoping that this boo goes up. If this boo goes left, it's gonna be a little. It's gonna be a little difficult.
Yeah, might have to go on a little adventure, but he won't because this boo just went into Clockwork. And hopefully he can just catch him right here.
He also has to look and see if the Clockwork boo went back into Clockwork.
Yeah, and this boo double cackled, so I hope he knows he has to follow this out. Okay, he did. No, wait, yeah, he has to get a boo. Is he? Okay, I think he remembered just in time.
I think he just noticed that.
Yeah. Oh, Kahpt losing armor boo at 2 HP. That is unfortunate.
Oof.
Splazer is finally done with Attic.
Solid work there for the most part. Just a little bit tricky on those last two boos, but for the most part, he's able to keep that together as Kahpt spawns a poison mushroom while trying to deal with Jarvis. He's gonna have to try and make sure that that thing despawns does not really affect this, because he will have to redo the entire Jarvis mini game before you actually get to do the fight.
Kaht's timer actually had 1 minute 12 seconds. This might be some splicing going on. We're not sure. We're gonna have to
take a look at this one.
Yeah, we're gonna have to refer to the moderator's discretion.
We're gonna have to refer to our good friend Glitch PhD, who's known for doing all this frame counting stuff. We have to make sure that he can clearly dissect this run to see if there's any little things going wrong with this run. Definitely looking a little spliced right now. Looking a little sussy. We'll see how that moves on with our moderators. All jokes aside, we'll see how his Jarvis boo looks. Hoping that he gets something decent. Splazer actually got Splazer got two RNG mice in this run. He got the kitchen RNG mouse and then also got the amazingly gracious sealed room gold mouse. That one's fun to get. I don't think Gas will be able to get this one cycle. This boo is that boo is gonna leave. That boo was double cackling quite a few times.
There was a read in Jarvis. I believe it. Actually, no, that was the decoy. Yeah, there was no boo in Jarvis. And he also searches for the decoy in Armory.
He's gonna go up. He is going to hope that this boo actually goes right. This boo does go right, so that is going to be ideal in this situation. Voice crack there. As he's now going to check for the telephone boo, see if it's in the lump in the cloth, in which it is. And he's gonna hope that that boo also walks up. I believe now that Jarvis boo's gonna hide in Clockwork. He's gonna have to search for that one as well. As he gets that boo to go up, but it's a little high on the health, so we'll see how that goes. Trying to search for clockwork in here. Gets clockwork, 2 health, picks that one up. Oh wait, that's our wait. I'm sorry, that's Armory Boo. That's the
Yeah.
Armory Boo that he just found.
See if we can see a one-cycle pipe room boo for once. I feel like we do not see a lot of those in this tournament.
Boo being a little tricky at first, but I think Splazer's got the setup. Oh, I said that too
And just
soon.
as you say that,
Commentator's curse striking once more.
oh, and he
And that
goes in
Boo's
the...
gonna go right. Oh my god. That's
Yeah,
so
that's
bad.
not good.
That is really, really bad for Splazer. He's not gonna be
I
able
think
to
it
get
might be
the
worth
West
it to
save warp.
just save warp and then get that boot later in pipe room because he's gonna have to walk all the way to breaker room from Weston. Don't know if that'll be
That
worth
is
it.
not ideal at all.
Although he might
He's
just
gonna
opt
have
to.
to.
He might just opt to walk over to breaker anyway.
That might be the play because Zircon had that happen to him last week and running against Fluck, and that's ultimately what was run because he psyched himself out thinking that he actually lost the gem after collecting Van Boo, only to forget that Piper Boo had actually gone to breaker and that he had not caught Piper Boo. So Splazer wants to avoid that. He's either got to be really conscious of the fact that he's missing that Boo, or he goes over to breaker and picks up that Boo and completely voids that possibility of trying to psych himself, of ultimately psych himself out and then killing his own run. That would be really unideal.
Also worth noting that Splazer duped Weston's large pro.
I think Splazer's got the money now. I don't even think that's. I don't think that's a question. He might still go
Yeah.
for. I think it's still wise that he'll go for altar money, just to grab that extra sapphire, and probably that last gold bar. But I think he's very safe on the money now. He's gonna go and look for this. I think that is the wisest choice.
Do not want to pull a Zircon and mistakenly quit when you thought you had the gold diamond go out of bounds. Although, fun fact, the gold diamond actually, there's a chance it can actually drop down to the second area 2 hallway, and you can still get it on the way back down to King Boo. Did happen to Electric Miles once.
That's right. That did happen once. Really, really unfortunate there.
Yeah, everyone thought before that it just disappeared, but it actually can go into another room, the floor below you, or 2 floors below you in that case.
Yeah, sometimes it can go to just to the floor below you and end up in Astral Hall. Or actually, does it end up in Astral Hall or does it end up in the hallway?
I've only seen it end up in the hallway, but I don't know.
I mean, I guess you can't check for Astral Hall because I feel like it despawned by that point.
Maybe.
Either way. Splazer now I think is going to sitting room where 5 gold ghosts get to spawn and completely break the game's ability to minimize sound, so it gets very distorted. Not fun on your ears. Rip headphone users.
Did not see
Try
Boston burn this race, so that would have been really
I
hard on
know.
headphone users. Or Shy Guy 6-piece for that matter.
Yeah,
Actually-
the ballroom Shy Guy 6-piece, but really the only 2 people I expect to go for that shred are you and Flauk. These are the only 2 that
Or
really
Hopeless.
win for it. Actually, Hopeless too. Hopeless is the 3rd runner. Probably one of the only 3 runners thus far that really has an idea of how that strat works.
Yeah, and
And
Pablo.
that
Oh
goes
wait,
for it.
he's not in the tournament.
Pablo's not in the tournament.
Sad.
That's fine though. Pablo did claim the dub out of the no out of bounds tournament, his 2nd in a row.
That's true. He did claim.
His Kaht's not able to pick up that second that was not able to pick up the 3-piece there. Splazer spawned a poison bush at the end of his fight against Supi there, trying to make his way around before he can have the room reset itself. Really, really tricky there. But he's able to make it out. We'll see if he actually gets another dupe. Be really interesting, because then at that point I'd probably think he doesn't go for Ultimate. He's not able to pick that up, but that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, didn't even go for it.
Spawns the decoy. I think he's more than good on his money. On you know, in all fairness.
Cap might one cycle Piper and Boo here. He actually caught the Piper and Boo one
he's able
cycle.
to pick that up. You can also now search you for Breaker. We'll see if he's able to also pull up Breaker. Breaker shouldn't be as difficult as Piper is in this one.
Okay, so Splazzer is going for the boo double here in sitting room and soupy boos. He's gonna grab them both in the hallway, hopefully. Get him down to
He's
similar
trying to
HP.
find the boo. That's pretty much the idea with the sitting room and soupy boos. You want to get them to leave at roughly the same health, and then you just go and R pump both of them. And usually, if the boos are very nice to you, you'll basically just get both of them, and Splazer's able to get both of them. Nicely done. Nicely done there from Splazer. He's able to pick up that boo double. It can lose you a lot of time if you just don't set it up right, or if the boos are very uncooperative and just one of them just decides to go back into sitting room. But for the most part, that strat's just all swag. That strat is all swag. It maybe saves a little bit of time, but that strat is all swag. Captaining his way into Weston. Having had a little bit more luck on the boos there than Splazer did at the end with the basement boos. We'll see if Kaz able to pull off the Weston one cycle. If he doesn't get this Weston one cycle, I'm very concerned for his money.
See if he gets it.
Ooh, he's dragging him around a lot. I don't
Ew.
think he's got it. No,
He dropped him.
did not drop this Weston one cycle. Weston is one of the hardest to one cycle. That pull is very, very detrimental, and if you're not able to control that, you're going to lose that. I feel like Weston has an even a worse pull and drag than that of Bogmire, but even then, the value of losing that in this category is far worse than losing one cycle in Bogmire. Losing that big pearl is big issues. But of course, his coin and bill count look really high, but I'm just not sure if that's gonna. I'm just not sure if that's going to matter too much.
Tough to say. He has had a lot of gems. I mean, he got Bank Shot Sapphire. He got Clairvoyant Mass. I mean, I don't know. And if he gets Alter Money too, I think he could still have it.
Yeah, he might still barely get it.
Splazer here, gonna wrap things up here, getting at Vangor Boo, hopefully save warp with the gold diamonds, and then he's gonna head down to King Boo.
Hoping for a 2-cycle. I don't know. Have we seen a 3-cycle yet? I think one of our runners 3-cycled so far in this tournament, right? On this.
I mean, I'm sure there has been at least one.
118 is very good health to get a 2-cycle, though.
Yeah, that is
Unless
really
the
good.
Just decides to double cackle several thousand times.
Did double cackle a few times here, but I think he'll get this just fine. Shouldn't have a problem. Oh,
Ooh,
okay. Well,
he's not gonna go for the
yeah,
save.
I think if he went for it there was a good chance he goes out of bounds. So
Yeah,
probably
that
a good thing he
boo
didn't go
drag
for it.
was just a little too far towards the wall, so it was going to be a really risky way to do that. And it was more than guaranteed to go out of bounds if you tried setting up for it. So smart on Splazer to not go for the safe warp. This is the first read on the Safari mirror, but is able to get a second time. He's going to make his way down into King Boo. I believe he's on 114 pace.
Yeah, he's on
Like late 114 pace.
Probably mid 114 pace, I think. Maybe late. Yeah, really not a bad run for Splazer at all. Actually, pretty good.
All things considered, and all things considered for Splazer not having run this category too much, he's been handling it pretty well.
For sure.
I'm looking forward to that.
You know, Kahpt. Hopefully he can one-cycle Sup right now. Oh, he does, barely. Yeah, Splazer is looking actually at like a 114.28 pace. Although I don't know if he'll go for Alter Money. I don't think he needs it, but if he wants to get it, that's up to him.
Right, exactly.
He's not going to get it. All right.
I think he's more than okay for that.
Yeah, he is
Two
definitely
dupes,
more than okay.
lot of extra gems, really good bill count, a little below average in the coin count, but still everything looks pretty good for Splazer. I think he's gonna have the money.
Definitely. Cap's going for Brew Double here. Actually leaving him a bit higher HP than Splazer did at 50 HP.
Splazer probably just gonna go for a standard 2-cycle. I don't know if he'll go for insta shots. We'll lose to 15-51. I think this is looking okay for Kahpt.
This is doable. Okay, he should have this. Yeah, he got it.
Oh,
Nice.
he's gonna get that. Sweet. Clean is there as well. Happy to see that.
Splazer setting up for the insta shot. Maybe we will see a 1-cycle attempt. Gets the insta shot. Let's see what he does with this. He's going for it. Oh, oh, he does not. Yeah, ball explodes in his face.
King
Or
Boo
the-
is just
a
standing
bomb
right in front of
Explodes in his
that.
face. Yeah,
Not
those are just
ideal. We'll see if he
turns
gets the
right there.
backup.
I don't think he's gonna get the backup.
He's not gonna go for the backup.
No,
He's just
that's
gonna opt to
not gonna
3-cycle
work
King
out.
Boo instead.
Yeah,
He's just gonna opt for 3-cycle King Boo, which is perfectly fine. That's gonna land on like low to mid 115.
it's a man at
Low
231,
115.
which is hopefully he gets a 3-cycle here. Could still get a 114. Bowser's looking around like, okay.
And Bowser just killed the 114.
Dang.
Oh, and he gets hit by the bomb. Oh my.
All right, hopefully he can just clutch this out.
Yeah, please don't crown theft, Splazer.
Oh, if he crowned that.
That'd be the worst way to go out. It'd be the worst way to go out if he crown thefts. I don't think he will.
He's got it. All right,
He's gonna be able to
GG.
clutch that out. A 114.57. GG's to Splazer. Can't mark him done yet though. We do have to check his money. I do think his money's there. I think we're very confident in that call.
I'm very confident.
Kaht's the
that
one
he
I'm
has
worried
money.
about with the money. Kaht's the one I'm worried about with the money, but he's only really down one large pearl.
I'm not too
With all the
concerned
extra
with
money
Kahpt.
Kaht's gotten, I think with all the extra money Kaht's gotten, I think he's fine.
I think he's
But
fine too.
I think Splazer. I think we're confident on the call. Maybe missing the altar money might make a difference, but I don't see that being the case.
He's got like
He did go
101 mil
for-
at least.
I'm gonna say that's probably where he is as well. Really, really formidable time. Actually, when I look at this, honestly speaking, if Kahpt gets actually, I was gonna say Kahpt is probably on PB pace, but I don't think that's true. I think under like really good 2-cycle conditions, maybe you clutch a PB compared to what you have on the leaderboards. But again, I don't know if Kaht's got a PB that's not submitted.
Yeah, speedrun.com is all I had to go off of. Let's see here, 168. That'll be tough to 2-cycle with.
It's gonna be really tough. But he's gonna opt to let the Boo go to the middle of the room instead, so that's a little bit easier in terms of trying to get the setup right.
Maybe he'll do this. Let's see here. He's got to play it smart with the following this Boo out. Oh, and he gets the 2-cycle.
But he's not
Nice.
gonna get the save warp.
He does
It's
not
fine.
get the save warp, which is alright, yeah.
Not a big deal.
He can actually get a 119 with this if he manages to 2-cycle King Boo.
Alright, checking
Alright.
Splazer's money.
See the money? Oh, he's doing it slow.
He's gonna show us the slow unveiling all of the area 4 portrait ghosts. The slow check of the money. I think he's good.
Yeah,
There's no way he's not.
I don't even think there was a need for a slow reveal.
Really solid money.
Yeah, he's got it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's no way he doesn't.
Yeah.
There you go, 102.6. Congratulations to Splazer. That is going to mark him the winner of this match. As we head over to Kahpt, who's going to be going for King Boo now. Under good 2-cycle conditions, technically his PB pace. Again,
He is.
compared to what's on the leaderboard. On the leaderboard, we don't
course.
know
Does
if
he?
Kahpt does have a...
Oh, he's
we don't
going for
know
the
if Kahpt
altar
does have
money.
a-
Does he want the
I think that's
119 that
wise.
badly? Okay. We have
not too
Splazer in the
sure.
call. Splazer, how you feeling, man?
Yo,
Congrats.
what's up? Thank you. Feel great, man. Feel great.
Yeah, it was a good run.
That was a no, to me it was like a sloppy run. A lot of things went wrong, but
Yeah,
it was good.
but I think I think you handled everything very well. I think you went for really good. I think you went very, very smart with your money choices in Area 3, knowing that coming out Area 2, you were low on your bills and coin count. So I think it was a wise choice to get some extra money. And I think that ultimately benefited you. Being 102 like that, and of course getting 2 dupes was pretty solid. So really,
Yeah,
really
dude.
solid effort there.
So far, every tournament match I've had 2 dupes only.
The two
Maybe I'll
dude
get 2 dupes
curse.
again.
2 dupe curse.
What'd you
Actually,
say?
I think no, Jared got 3, but Matt only got 2.
And Matt
Really
got
is a
2
2
well
dupe
as well.
curse. Yeah.
I tried to
It is
go
a
for the
2 dupe
1
curse.
cycle for the
Yeah,
113.
I saw that. It looked promising at first, but
Yeah.
And
the
then
bomb
Keeper
screwed
just
you.
kind of stood right in front of you, and then that bomb just did not work.
Yeah. It happens. And then we'll see
Still
Kahpt.
able to clutch a 114, so we'll see how Kahpt gets this. Going for a solid 2 cycle. Plus, nothing goes wrong.
It's looking a little,
Look at a little sloppy.
like 290.
Oh,
Yeah,
90. Ooh, that's a hard bark. Yeah, I think it's a 3 cycle.
I think he's gonna opt for a fast 3 cycle.
Yeah. No doubt in my mind about that. Definitely stood a little too far away from King Boo in that first cycle to really try and get anything that low.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I was playing it still safe in Area 3. I knew I had like barely anything.
Yeah, but your money looked a little low out of Area 2. I was kind of worried. But then you
Yeah.
got a lot of money in Area 3.
I did. There was some I think I could have just skipped, but whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he's gonna. This maybe.
I think he's got it. Okay,
No, he's
he
got it.
finishes with a
Yeah, he's got it.
120.29.
GG's, Cap.
120.29. GG's to Cap.
I think it's
Good
fair to
job,
say
Cap.
Caps has the
Wow.
money. Although he did
Oh,
actually
I think he's got the
spawn,
money.
he spawned that Alter Sapphire and didn't pick it up. But
I think was he trying to go for the gem cancel there?
I think he was going for the like cutscene gem, but he messed it up. At least that's what I thought.
I didn't even see his money count. How was it?
Well,
He
his,
actually dropped Weston 1 cycle, so he was down 1 large, but for everything else he got a lot of extra money. 351 coins, 482 bills, 26 a lot of gems. He got a lot of gems in this run. He got quite a few more speedies than you normally would get.
Interesting.
So I think dropping the Weston 1 cycle, I think doesn't that. Ultimately, I think he has the money.
by his Blazer, the dropping Breaker at 0 HP.
Oh
Must
my
have been pretty
god,
heartbreaking.
dude! When he left, I was literally like out loud. I was just like, "Oh my god, bro!" It was so dumb. And then I'm gonna be honest, man. Paipu, when he left to the right side, I was a little annoyed.
Yeah, I was saying honestly it might have been worth it just to save Warp at Weston and then get Pipe Boo as your last boo because you had to
Oh,
walk all the way to Breaker Room.
That is that faster? I didn't know that.
Well, it depends on the HP Pipe Boo's at, but it was at like 150. I mean, if it was at like 2 HP or something, I'd say just go for him.
I see. Oh,
Yeah.
yo, what's up, Capt?
Blazer.
GG's, bro.
Good games, congrats on winning.
Thank you, man. GG's on the race, man. Played well.
Thanks.
Is that a PV? Because I know you have a on the boards. It was
No,
like
that's like 2 minutes behind my current PB. I just haven't uploaded it yet.
Oh,
Gotcha.
dang, we both went
That's what
overkill.
Joe and I were thinking, was that the run was not submitted yet onto SRC. But yeah,
Yeah, I haven't submitted
money.
it. This is like
Oh.
close to my previous one.
Dude, we both went overkill on the money. Nice.
Yeah, I got really scared because like if I was gonna lose, I wanted to qualify at least.
Yeah, dude. Make it verified.
Verified, even though it's not a PB.
how do you feel about your run, Capped?
Uh, Well, it wasn't my greatest, but I'm really happy about getting the one cycle on Pipe Boo. I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, I saw that. That was
Looked
pretty
very
cool.
clean. It was very clean.
Other than that, it was like really bad. The bananas really got to me in Van Gore's room.
Yeah, I saw that.
And also, those poison mushrooms were everywhere.
There's a lot of poison mushrooms in this run. You and Splazer both had a lot spawning in, kind of to your disadvantage and to your inconvenience.
Yeah, I got a poison mushroom in Bananas room. Like I think my first ever race it hit me, so I just stayed clear. I was not even gonna try to get that booth.
A wise choice. Overall, very solid performance given the circumstances of things that were going on in the run.
Thank you. I had a lot of fun.
Me too,
Yes,
man.
that's great.
GG's.
It was fun commentating.
GG's. Good luck on your next race, Blazer.
Thanks. Hopefully I can do the next race.
Yes,
whole
Blazer.
situation.
Oh yeah. I hope so too.
Yeah.
Make it to losers round 2. You'll play either the winner of Boo Head and Big Max.
Hope
That's gonna be a fun
Big
match.
playing Big Max would be awesome, bro.
We'll see. That
That'd be
race is
fun.
happening. When is that race out?
That
That
race
race
is
is happening.
That race
Wednesday.
is happening on Wednesday. So before
Yeah.
we sign off, I just want to once again thank SpeedGaming for allowing us to host these tournaments. Really appreciate them and all they do for us. Going over the schedule one more time for the night for those of you who did not watch our match earlier between Jared and Mac. Tomorrow we're going to have Vark versus Boston Brew at 2 p.m. EDT. That is 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. PDT. On Wednesday at 3 p.m. EDT, we're going to have Boohead versus Big Max. That's also at noon PDT. On Thursday, the 28th at 4 p.m. EDT, we're going to have Mini Mini versus Bobby. That's going to be a fun match to watch. And on Thursday at 8 p.m. EDT, 5 p.m. PDT, we're going to have Joven versus Glitch PhD. That's going to be commentated by myself and Flauk. So that's going to be a really entertaining match to watch as well. It's going to be our second of 4 matches for the winners round 3, and then our third match for winners round 3 happening on Friday at 4 p.m. EDT, 1 p.m. PDT is going to be Red versus HD Lax. That's also be a fun match. I know Joe that one.
Oh yeah.
Well, guys, I definitely gotta go now. But
Well, it has been fun, Splazer. It has
it
been.
has been
a
fun,
lot of
Kahpt,
fun.
as well, too, dude. GG's one more time.
GG's.
And
Yep.
yeah, I do hope we had a fun time in the tournament, though, Kahpt. I do.
I did. I really enjoyed it. I hope you make it far in this tournament if you can.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Well, I gotta go. Peace out, guys.
All right.
All right.
Peace out,
Bye.
Splazer.
Peace out. All right.
And
Goodbye. Thank you for the
That is going
commentary.
to wrap it up.
no problem.
Of course.
Peace out, man.
All right.
Bye.
Peace out.
All right. Well, I guess that wraps this up. Oh yeah,
Yep.
follow
Thank you guys for watching.
all the runners.
Make sure to follow the runners. Check out everything in our Discord. Check out everything on Challenge. We have the exclamation mark LM100. You can use that command in chat to get any information on our bracket in our Discord. And that's going to wrap it up for us. Take care, everyone.
Peace.